The PlayStation Vita clearly has the best game selection. I don't think so. I think the Nintendo 3DS has way better games. You know what? Let's take a look. I have the complete Vita collection. Let me just grab 5 random games and we'll pit them against your 5 random games and see whose games are better. And I'm going to do the same with my almost complete 3DS collection, and mine are going to be better. And let's grab this one, this one, this one, this one, and then maybe one of these down here. All right, got my games. I got my 5 games. You ready? And Nintendo. Ha! That was just bad luck. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Let's do another one. Ha! Go 3DS. Vita. Nintendo. PlayStation. Nintendo consoles rule. One last shot. Go. PS Vita. I guess we're not that different after all. The PlayStation Vita is way better than the Nintendo 3DS. Here's why. OLED screens are the best. Look at that. The brightest brights, the blackest blacks, high viewing angles, high contrast. 3DS is not very comfortable. I mean, it's all boxy and squared and just not the best to hold. The Vita, on the other hand, it's all round and smooth and comfy. It even has these little things in the back that your fingers can kind of go in to help kind of grip it. It's the best. The PlayStation Vita has a way better memory. Yeah, we won't talk about that, never mind. PlayStation Vita has Bluetooth. It always has had Bluetooth, and the 3DS, no matter what version, it just never got it. PlayStation Vita actually has remote play capabilities, so you can play some of your favorite console games remotely, handheld mode. The Nintendo 3DS only has a resolution of 800 by 240. It's not very good. PlayStation Vita, however, has a screen resolution of 960 by 544. It's too bad Sony keeps pretending like this never existed in the first place. Where's my PS Vita 2? The Nintendo 3DS is better than the PlayStation Vita. Here's why. First of all, the clamshell design on the 3DS really helps keep the screens protected. You can't beat that. Unlike the PlayStation Vita, you can actually upgrade the internal storage on the 3DS without taking out a second mortgage on your house. The Nintendo 3DS has 2 screens. So 2's better than 1, right? The Nintendo 3DS has better backwards compatibility. I mean, you can take a DS game and pop it right in with no problem. The PlayStation Vita, however, isn't backwards compatible. I mean, you can try to put a UMD in it, but you're not going to find a place. There's really no place for it to go. Of course, you can download a lot of the PSP games on it, but you can do that with most consoles. That's not what it's about. It's all about physical media. Maybe it'll work in the 3DS. Nope, based on hardware alone, there's a pretty clear winner. Which one's your favorite? Comment below. When it comes to exclusive games, the PlayStation Vita clearly has the best. The 3DS has Mario. Can you honestly compete with Uncharted? We have Mario. Okay. Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid is one of the best games ever created, and you can play it handheld on the Vita. Mario. You know what 3DS doesn't have? Shooters. What about Borderlands and Killzone? You can't do that on 3DS. This is some of the best. The 3DS has Mario. Okay, but the PlayStation Vita had Persona 4 Golden. Show me an RPG that's that good on the 3DS. Mario. Yeah, the game's pretty good, but it's not Persona 4 Golden good. Okay, God of War. Nothing can compete with God of War. This is basically a direct port of the original games. That's really good. Mario. Is Mario all you can say? That's it. I'm clearly talking to a wall. Mario. Mario! The PlayStation Vita clearly has better features than the 3DS does. I mean, you say that, but can you do this? Oh. Open. Close. I don't need my Vita to be a clamshell because I know how to take care of it without breaking it. Here's a cool feature. Look at this. I can tap the back of the screen and... oh, what's that? Oh, it has extra features in the game. What a cool thing. Tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Back touch panel's a gimmick. Nobody really cared about it, and it didn't really do much for any of the games. Tap, 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 tap. Here's a feature you don't have. 3D. What's this? I can turn 3D on. Tap, tap, tap. 3D off. 3D on. Tap, tap. 3D off. No 3D glasses required. The 3D function is stupid. Nintendo knew it, so they started making new consoles that didn't have 3D. I don't think that's why they made the 2DS XL model. It's 100% fact. We're not going to agree on this, are we? Probably not. Everybody's always talking about how great the 3DS is, but really all that you have is a bunch of shovelware. That's all that your library is. Garbage. I'm gonna prove it to you. At least half this shelf is garbage. Yeah, let's take a look at your games and see how bad they are. You tricked me. What the heck is this? How many games do you need about puppies? Just get a real dog. What's a Norn 9? Periods? These games don't make any sense. What the heck are they? Those are otomes. What'd you call me? They're like dating sims. They're all the rage in Japan. What's with all the kids games? Does anybody actually play these? Like, these are ridiculous. And then there's this giant stack of Lego games. This giant amount of Lego games. That's fair. Are there any games here for adults at all? Are there any games for kids here? Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's agree to disagree. That's fair. Let's go exclusive for exclusive. Who has the best game in each genre? It's going to be very clear that Vita is way better than the 3DS. PlayStation doesn't have a chance. Best exclusive racing game on the console? Ready? Go. Yeah, Nintendo wins because Mario, I guess? Yeah, whatever. This is so cringe. Best adventure game. Ready? PlayStation wins because it says little and big. That's arbitrary. Yep. Console wars are stupid. The best exclusive sports game. Yeah, PlayStation wins because there's more words in the title. Nothing you're saying makes any sense. What a stupid way to show off a collection. The best adult themed game. Yeah, 3DS wins because that one came out first. I mean, okay, I'll take that. What the heck? Alright, I guess it's a tie. I'm not okay with this. Whatever, I don't care. This is stupid. The new PlayStation console is going to be a Vita 2. It's all the best parts of the awesome PS5 controller and the portability of a Vita. No one's calling it a Vita 2. It's called the Project Q right now, and I highly doubt they're going to call it a Vita 2 because that's just not a good idea. Yeah, I'm calling it that because I want to. Basically just a ripoff of the Wii U because you got to be at home while playing it. You can't like actually bring it on the go. It's a horrible idea. I mean, that's cool though. You don't want it to be like the Wii U. The Wii U sold like 13 million consoles, that's it. One of the worst selling consoles in the history of Nintendo. 13 million seems pretty good. Well, I guess you're right. It did sell better than the Vita, so there's that. Not cool. Not cool. Seriously, I love my Vita. I play this thing all the time. All right, just get used to loving failed consoles. Remember the Virtual Boy? The new PlayStation Portable console is going to fail. The new portable PlayStation system just got announced and it's called the PlayStation Portal. Awesome, so Sony can finally make up for the shortcomings of the PlayStation Vita with a cool new system, huh? It's great. I'm gonna be able to play my PS5 games portably. Cool, so you can play it like on a train ride, in the park, kinda anywhere. Well, anywhere that there's Wi-Fi, so yeah. So it's a cloud machine? Well, no. But you don't need your PS5, right? It's a standalone portable console? No, you have to have your PS5, but... Whoa. So it's another remote play system. Yep, but newer and better. And that's it? It better not cost more than like $100. Nope, it's $200. What a deal. Well, at least you can play your games privately with Bluetooth headphones again. It doesn't have Bluetooth, but it has this thing called PlayStation Link, which is its new proprietary Sony system that's apparently better than Bluetooth. You're kidding. So Sony's doing the whole proprietary Vita memory card problem all over again. The new PlayStation Link headphones do look pretty funky and cool. Will Sony ever learn? Unlikely. We're going to do PlayStation Vita versus Nintendo 3DS and see who has the best top 5 RPGs. You really want to go down that path? I'll bet you the Vita's better. I'll do that deal, but you have to choose Vita exclusives. I'll choose 3DS exclusives. That's not fair. Like, most of the Vita games have been ported to the Nintendo Switch by now. Okay, fine. Name one good Vita game that hasn't already been ported to another handheld console. Okay. I can still name over 200 of them. All the games that were good on the Vita have already been ported to the Switch. Because Nintendo's not good enough to make their own games, so they had to borrow them from the Vita. Nintendo makes new games all the time. At this point, the PlayStation Vita's over 10 years old, and the Switch is still making games unchanged virtually from that console. Tells you something about the quality of the PlayStation Vita games. It's not the case. It's because nobody bought the Vita. So the only way that these developers can have their games played is to put it on the Switch. If you're saying the Vita sucked, then why does Nintendo keep remaking all the games that were released on it? Whatever. The Nintendo is finally making a new console? Yes, the new Nintendo Super Switch U is coming out sometime next year. So it's going to have modern technology for once. Yep, and rumors say that it's going to be about as powerful as a PS4 or Xbox One. You mean PS5 and Xbox Series, right? Nope, those are last generation consoles? Not for Nintendo. I wonder if there's gonna be a new Mario game on this console. Even the PlayStation 5 has been out for 3 years now. Nintendo can't even keep up with that? Nintendo doesn't need to keep up. It's all about the games. So Metroid Prime 4 is finally coming out then, huh? No idea. But we do get another Mario game. Mario. How about you try coming out with a new IP for once? You know, innovate like PlayStation does. Mario. It's always about Mario. The 3DS has better RPGs than the PlayStation Vita. Not even close. You pick your best 5 and I'll pick my best 5. Let's see who comes out on top. I guess if you want, but the Vita's an easy winner with RPGs. Okay, I got my 5 games. Let's do this. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Ready? And Fire Emblem Awakening. Yeah, how about the original Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel? That game's been released on multiple consoles. I don't care. It's on the Vita. Okay, whatever. This is better. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Whatever, it's fine, but it's not. Final Fantasy X and X-2. That's a remake. This is a Vita RPG. It plays great. It's been out on like 10 consoles, including the Nintendo Switch. I don't care. Whatever. Etrian Odyssey. Tales of Hearts R. Vita exclusive. Okay, well at least that game's exclusive. Yeah, it's fine. Clear winner. Alliance Alive. Ys Origin. Radiant Historia. Persona 4 Golden. Persona 4 Golden has been released on all the other platforms. It's not exclusive anymore. It still counts. I think I win just because my games are more exclusive than yours. Oh, I don't care. These are the best RPGs on the 3DS. Hands down. Really happy with my choices. Wait a minute. You're that guy that talked about the top 5 RPGs on 3DS and you didn't even mention Pokemon? Yep, that's me. How could you do that? Pokemon's the biggest intellectual property in the world. You know that, right? That doesn't mean I have to pick it as one of my favorite RPGs. It's required to be your favorite RPG. It's Pokemon. Look, I think Pokemon's fine, right? They've got an audience. They're one of the biggest IPs in the world. I get it. No, but for me, they're just a little bit too easy and repetitive. I don't believe this. Believe it. Okay, so you also didn't mention Fantasy Life, or Miitopia, or Bravely Default, or any of the Shin Megami Tensei games. Fantasy Life and Miitopia are also a little bit too easy and repetitive for my style, and SMT and Bravely Default are awesome games, but I just like these better. Well, at least you didn't pick any DS games on your list, because that would be silly. That's a whole different generation. Right? Otherwise, there'd be way too many to choose from. The Nintendo 3DS is better than anything that the PlayStation has. Is Street Pass. I can turn on my Wi-Fi and then trade digital content with people all over the world as they walk by. Okay, but how many people are actually using Street Pass anymore? Well, I spent an entire weekend at a gaming expo and I found 3 other people using it, and the 4th being my wife. So what you're saying is that it's useless. It used to be great. I still have like 50 Street Pass friends in here from when I was in Japan like 7 years ago. Okay, and what can you do with those friends? I can look at them in my Mi Plaza? And you wonder why they didn't bring it to the Switch. Everybody knows that the online store for the PlayStation Vita is the best. The 3DS online store is way better. Riddle me this, whose online store is still going to be open after March 27th, 2023? Not the 3DS. When it comes to emulation, the Vita's better. I can play your Game Boy games, I can play your Super Nintendo games, and I can play PlayStation and PSP games better. Console mods pretty well, honestly. You can put all the old Nintendo stuff on it. It can play some PlayStation and PSP a bit. Hey, I heard somebody say emulation. Check this out. I got a SteamDeck. It can play everything. Everything. All of it. Ugh. SteamDeck. You're just a glorified computer that happens to be handheld. But I can play... I can play your Vita games. Go away. Okay. Now where were we? That guy. Oh cool, is that one of those DS things? Yeah, it's a 2DS XL. It's in the 3DS family. Wait a minute. That's not a 3DS, that's a 2DS. 2DS, 3DS, they're all the same family. They all count the same. They all play the same games. See, the 2DS can only play 2DS games. There's no such thing as a 2DS game. Yeah. 2DS games. Stop saying 2DS game. There's no such thing. Yeah, it had Call of Duty on it, right? Like one of the best shooters. We didn't get a Call of Duty game in the US on the 3DS. Only on the DS. The DS has like 4 of them. That's the same thing. You're talking about a DS game, not a 3DS game. Those are 2 different things. This is a DS, this is a 3DS. Yeah, you say that you have all the 3DS games, but Do you have the McDonald's game? That one's really rare. Once again, that was for the DS, not the 3DS. That's a different thing. Well, what do I know? I just play everything on my Steam Deck. Go back to playing on your computer. Go on. Oh cool, is that one of those PSP Vitas? Yeah, it's a PlayStation Vita. One of my favorite games on the PS Vita was Crisis Core, and they just remastered that for Switch, so it's not alone on the Vita anymore. This is a PSP game, not a PS Vita game. Yeah, PSP Vita. Now, Crisis Core came out for the PSP, not the Vita. Yeah, you can play it there. There's a disc slot in the back. These are two different generations of consoles. Do you want me to call you an Apple II? Oh. We have all of the US retail release games. You say you have the full Vita collection, but do you have the Grand Theft Auto games? The Vita does not have a Grand Theft Auto game. The PSP had Liberty City Stories, but the Vita is different. You say you have the complete collection, but there's like 60, 70 games behind you, that's it. Yeah, you can see 2 shelves of it, but there's more shelves there and more shelves over there. We have a lot of games. I don't believe you, so anyways, I'm gonna go play more of my Steam Deck. Bye. Back to your computer. I'm going to play my game console. PlayStation fans are always talking about how they have the better consoles, when ultimately, this has a lot more going on. A lot better things. Oh, I don't know, let's start with the fact that the Steam online store has thousands of games and it's not going to go down based on a generation change in consoles. Wii U and 3DS eShop, for instance. Unfortunately, you're right. How about the fact that I can play online with my friends and I don't need to pay anything else and I don't need a special modem so that my Super Smash Bros. Fight doesn't crash mid-fight? Yeah, monthly fees do suck. Yeah. And also, a lot of developers make games for computers and Steam way before they make them for consoles because they don't need to buy a dev kit or optimize it for the console. And some games only exist on Steam because they just never wanted to release it on consoles, so I get all the good stuff. Well, the same can be said for like Nintendo and PlayStation. Yeah, it happens to all of us. I guess that's true. You guys are always saying like, go play on your computer like it's a bad thing, but honestly, that's a compliment. It is a computer. It's an awesome computer, and technically, you're all playing on computers too. They're just not as powerful as this one. I mean, he's not wrong. I guess you have a point. Nintendo is better. PlayStation is clearly better. 3DS is better. Nintendo is the best. Not even close. Nintendo's way better. PlayStation's all about Nintendo. PlayStation. Nintendo. It's not even easily close. Nintendo. PlayStation. PlayStation 3DS. Vita. PlayStation Switch. 1, 2, all of it. 3. Nintendo's all way better. Why are you here? Hey guys, what's up? Nothing that concerns you. Go away. Yeah, fans of successful consoles are talking over here. Ooh, hello there. You guys want to play some split-screen Halo? Yeah, I'm down. Oh man, it's been so long since I played Halo. Alright, let's do this. Oh yeah, toss me a Mountain Dew. Phil Spencer said that Xbox basically lost the console war, right? Yeah, I don't care. I can still play old-school Halo anytime I want and still have fun. To be fair, he said that they basically lost the console war because they don't really care. They just want to make sure that everybody can play their games anywhere on any console, so I guess that's fine. They got the whole cloud thing going on. Exactly. But you still lost. I mean, it depends, you know. PS3 and 360 sold pretty similarly, and Xbox 360 was ahead a lot. Yeah, PS3 sold more in the end, but it's a pretty close race at that generation. Exactly. I mean, here we are. 3 friends hanging out playing old school Halo. Friends? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, friends. Ah, you win again? Ah, dang it. How does he do this every time? Down for another? Press start. Fire it up. Sweet. You know that the PlayStation is better. Nintendo's better. It's not even close. Winner. 3DS, best games, Wii, best exclusives. NES, SNES, you can't get better than that. There's nothing better than Nintendo. Nothing. You guys have this all wrong. Console wars aren't between Nintendo and PlayStation. They're between Xbox and PlayStation. You know, I thought this felt a bit weird. I just like arguing. You, get out of here. Get out of here. Fine. Gosh, I'll get out of here. Man. Oh yeah. So rude. This feels better. Works for me. So, like Xbox is for real gamers, not PlayStation.
Wait a minute. Something's not right here. I'm the Xbox guys. You're the Nintendo guy. Why you're wearing Xbox?
What are you talking about? Oh. Loser. Why don't you pick a side?
What is this? A kid
shirt?
Jeez,
Fine. Your hat looks stupid. Mostly because it has that Xbox symbol on it.
Hey, don't you dare
just talk like that about my PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Vita, all of them are just the best.
You guys controllers sucks.
But everyone knows You know, all Nintendo Switch games are for kids. Why don't you play an adult console like the PS5? That's for grown-ups. What are you talking about? The Nintendo Switch has Doom, The Witcher, a bunch of fan service anime games. It has Grand Theft Auto. PlayStation has Call of Duty, Madden, NBA, you know, games for adults. So what? Those games come out every year and they barely change. But Nintendo, on the other hand, Nintendo innovates. There are like 100 different versions of Mario and Zelda games. What are you talking about?
Oh, nerds!
Who's this guy? Yeah, who the heck is that?
What is this, a place for nerds?
It's called a game room? Everyone has one nowadays.
It's gonna be one of those things where there's multiple versions of you talking in the edit and you're like back and forth, but it's like clearly you, but you're representing different parts of yourself or whatever. Sorry to have interrupted Happy Time, but I'm gonna take off. You guys have a great rest of your day arguing about all this nerd stuff, okay? Love you. Bye.
This guy.
Oh, wow, a woman lives here. Hi, woman.